Hey, how you doing today? Gonna finish up my wife's Christmas knife, even though I was thinking I might not actually give her this one. It's kind of horrible. Not my best work. And somebody keeps running off with all my good safety glasses, so I'm using my father's bifocals at this point in time. That promises to be fun. But anyway, we're going to start with some thick grit or some heavy grit to get her cleaned up. Maybe put a blade on her, clean up the tip a little bit, because as you can see the tip's a little flat. But definitely going to clean up the spine and the blade a little bit. Got her as straight as I could. Really, I just wanted to do this because I want to try etching with the salt water and a battery. I really wish I could find some safety goggles, safety glasses that weren't bifocals, but we're going to go ahead and try to do it without them. see what grit is this. This is 50 grit. That's 50 grit. That's 40. This is my fine grit. This is my 120. Yeah, sorry about my snot dripping if you saw that. I apologize. But it's cold out here, as you can probably see. Looks like I'm smoking again, but I'm not. So, that's pretty much how she comes out looking with the initial sanding and grinding. Those deep pock marks in the middle of the blade are from when I took the flat side of the hammer and hit it. Kind of like that fold over look. Hopefully that makes the spine a little stronger. And the blade, and that little fold over hopefully will make the spine stronger. Give a nice little architecture to the blade. Now unfortunately, because this was at one point a shovel, a little spade, digger shovel, because the tang was so small, I actually had to draw it out longer than I probably should have, which in turn made it really weak. So what I'm going to have to do when I go to make the handle, I'm going to have to probably bring the handle actually up to here and rivet it in there just to give it a little extra strength and bring the handle out a little longer, because as you can see, the handle is just a little too small to do. Right now she's kind of sharp, but I usually like to finish them on a stone before it's actually used. Gonna still see if I can't do a little bit of etching on her with the salt water and a battery, but right now she looks pretty cool. So I'm just gonna finish her up, try to get this part, this rib up here, a little clearer, a little better polished, because if anything I'm gonna put the etching up there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have fun and be safe. Alright, how you doing? Everything's so low. But anyway, got the blade done, getting ready to put the handle on. The handle, how I like to do it, especially if you're going for more of an ancient, kind of medieval forester look, I just like to take a nice dry branch, and if you take your axe and you get it right in the center of the branch, very important that you follow the grain. I don't know if you can see it, but like in this particular branch right there, you see that split? That's going against the grain. The grain actually is going this way. So pretty much when you get your axe going, let's see which way is that going. There it is. When you get your axe going, you want to follow the grain. The grain's going up and down on this one. So put your axe like that. And pretty much then, all you do is you split it down, straight down the center, until you get the length that you need. And then once you get the length that you need, you take a saw and you cut it off, giving you 2 pieces of wood. Now, personally, what I like to do is once I have my pieces of wood, sorry, I'm walking all over here. I like to just do a dry fit with it, figure out exactly where I want it and how I want it. Yeah, I wanted something like that. Give the blade a little bit of an angle. And I think I did go ahead and mess up, because I did cut this piece a little too short. That's okay, I can back it up just a tad. There you go, that has a nice feel to it now. So once I get the handle where I want it, go ahead and I kind of remember where I want the holes. Once I remember where I want the holes, we go to our old drill press. And we drill all the way through. Put another one right there. And then we want another one. Right about there. All right. Because I did put that curved tang on it, I kind of want it like that. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to get our first blade, or our first, kind of where we want it. And once we have that, I'm shivering because it's cold out here. Once we have that, what you can do, which is the safer way to do it, is try to find a pen or something that is small enough. Oh, I should have done this before I made the video. I apologize. Give me a second. We had a bucket of finishing nails somewhere around here. There they are. Just bring a bunch over. Why not? So I can lose them all. Sounds good. But what you can do is, once you clean off your workstation, because you always leave it a mess because you're a bad boy. Never clean up my workstation. Anyway, what you can do is you can take a little finishing nail, and once you get it where you want it, take that finishing nail that you have, put it in a hole, do a quick few taps on it. And what that's going to do for you is it's going to indent in the metal a little for you. And show you exactly where you need your holes when you go to drill. Now we're going to get a drill push going. Nice and easy. Down to where we want our holes. Now, let's see. have to smooth that out. But oh well, no biggie. So now what I like to do for rivets is I like to take some brass or copper nails, and what I'll do on the grinder here in a minute is I'll actually take these brass nails and I'll knock off the head, and then I'll use my peening hammer and my anvil to actually go ahead and peen them. And peening is when you mushroom the head of a piece of metal to make it so it can't go all the way through the metal. So let me put the knife aside. Now that we have our markers, get my safety glasses, and we'll aim this towards the grinder that we can't see, because this is in the way. That's okay. And put that in the mouth on the bad boy. Unplug that. And plug that in. I swear to God, one time we had this all set up all nice. But as per usual, power cords and the such tend to walk away on you. We got power there. To move the screw. But yeah, so as you see there, I just like to knock off the head, and don't worry about any bend or anything you get in there, because you can just straighten it out later on an anvil on your what is that called? Vise. Now, once you have that done, we readjust the camera so you might be able to see. Come on. The vise. But all you do is you get your, take these damn bifocals off. Pretty much what I like to do, I like to put my nail in position just a little bit and just gently hole. And once you have it tapped down through the hole, you do the same thing with the metal piece. Making sure you're doing it right. Which I was not. That's right. That's the right way. Now we're cooking. And the whole idea is for it to be a little tight, a little rough. As I got my back turned and you can't see what I'm doing. I really should move that closer so you can see what I'm doing. But I really don't want to. As I said before, this tang is super flimsy, more so than I would ever want it to actually be. And if it does turn out that you need to expand your hole, just go ahead and put one of your spare brass nails in it. And then bring it back out. And that should make it a heck of a lot easier for you to get it through. He says as he continues to struggle. There we go. I guess not. There it is. Alright. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. So now we're going to do the same thing. With our other nail. We're going to sit there and we're going to pound it through. This one seems to be going in an angle. Wonderful craftsmanship there. Huh, interesting. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Alright. Now we're going to take, once again, a spare brass nail. Go ahead and pull it through that hole too. Just so we expand that hole a little bit. Alright, now that we have that expanded, Make sure we're putting it on the right way. Always important. And try to figure out how to match this up. Which we just did right there. Because I put that one in at an angle, it's going to be a little finicky, but that's okay. You just keep working at it until you get it set to how you want it. Alright, so since that middle one did go in through an angle, I'm going to have to fix it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to now drill which I can't drill because I don't have the proper one plugged in. There she goes. I'm now going to drill this pilot hole. Try to remove this nail. Because I'm not liking at all how crooked this hole is. Not liking it at all. So now I need some more brass nails. Which, once again, I used to have a whole big tub of them. Where they went off to, I don't know. Which now I just found them, so I feel like an ass. Okay, so anyway. We're going to put that one through. And we're going to put that one through. And now we're going to cuss. I don't know where the other side of my project went to. Is that it? That's it. Alright, so there's the other side of the project. And we should be able to line all these up one way or the other. Drive him home as he turns his back towards the camera once again, not allowing to see, let the people see what he is doing. Da, 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 da. This tang is so unbelievably bad. It is so wibbly wobbly. It's not even funny. By the way, that is not the proper way to use a drill press. Not a proper way at all. But my grandfather did it, so hopefully it's good enough for me. That back nail head. Having issues with that back nail head. But it's okay, because as I said before, you want it to be a tight fit. My vise here for a moment. This is so much easier to do when you're not trying to explain it. Did. Let's kind of push our nails through a little bit. So, there's that one. And there's that one. Wow. This tang is unbelievably unbelievably flimsy. I am not happy with it at all. Not one single bit. Matter of fact, because of that, the whole blade is now off of alignment. Oh well, life goes on. Now the great thing about the brass nails is even though our holes on both sides don't match up, the brass nails are very pliable enough so you could actually bend them and push them so they do match up. At least enough to get the project together. Let's see, which way do you have to go? You have to go that way. You have to go that way, ever so slightly. And go that way. There we go. And now we go back to our workbench. And just gently tap them. Gently tap them home. He says, laughing. As he's worried about splitting the project in twine. This is horrible. Oh, this has to be the worst one I've ever made. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to move this a little closer. Now that that's done, to show you exactly what I mean to do here. Let's get some light. Sure, why not? That's good enough. Here's my ball peen. There's my ball peen. All right. So, we have the head of the nails right there. The other sides are in there, but they're still nails at this point. So what you want to do at this point is you want to make sure you're on a nice hard metal surface. Take the peen end of your hammer and actually go ahead and mushroom them out. And we're going to do the same one with the top one. We're going to have to be gentle with this top one because I already see the wood splitting. And that would be no bueno. Yep. That one's splitting, so we're not gonna mess with that too bad. And we're gonna try to tap that one down. Alright, if you have a little extra end there, like we do on that, just take some good old clippers. And with a little bit of force and a little bit of twisting, go ahead and clip it off. And then go ahead and peen that end. Once again with the clippers, a little bit of force, a little bit of twisting. And there it comes right off. And then go ahead and peen that end. Which this one's not peening. Because I stupidly got it somehow on a curve. Anyway, so that's the start of your handle. You can leave it like that if you want. But I think I'm going to round it and try to smooth it a little more. I'm not sure yet. I still gotta strip the bark off of it or whatnot. Because unless if you finish it, like put it in some poly or something, the bark is gonna come off like it is right now. So yeah, but that is pretty much, at this point, just a little decorative dagger. I mean, the material, let me back this up again. Okay. The material that we made it out of isn't really going to be actually functional. It does actually feel quite nice in the hand. If I put a blade on it, it might actually be a pretty nice slicer. Should have made the handle a little longer, just a little. But as I was saying before, with what we made the blade out of, it's not going to be functional. Thing's going to bend. It probably won't stay too sharp for too long. But as far as a little prop, little take it to Ren Fair knife, it's functional. And probably not going to make a video on how I'm going to etch this spine right there, because as I said before, I'm not really too keen or familiar with how to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much a little we'll call it a project knife, a little glamour knife, made out of a shovel head or a little spade head. Probably could still go dig with it if you want. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Sorry I couldn't get better shots of me actually pinning the handle. I'll try to do a better pinning video later. It's pretty tight except for that last peen there at the end. I gotta figure out a way how to tighten that up. But yeah, I actually just might leave the handle like that, put a few layers of poly on it. Nope, not anymore. I gotta strip the bark off it now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll post a few pictures of it when it's done. As always, have fun and be safe. Alright, so I figured since I was out here, I would do another video. Right now I'm just going, and we'll try to... I'm more worried about how well the project turns out than actually you guys seeing how it's done. But right now I'm just taking my real knife, and I'm just stripping the bark and the underbark off. Just nice and carefully. I don't know what kind of wood this is, but it's actually really pretty. Just nice and carefully pulling the bark off. Not only not to hurt myself, but not to hurt. It's an actual beautiful piece of wood. Huh. What a pleasant surprise. Come on now. I really want that that membrane off. What kind of wood this is. It's actually very, very pretty. Oh, I just took too big of a chunk out of it. Oh well, adds a little character to the wood. There we go. Alright. Yep, there's a little bit of a split starting in it. Definitely going to have to poly it up. Anyway. Put my knife back in my pocket, get my glove. So anyway, that's what the handle looks like with the bark off of it. Very pretty piece of wood. And now we're just going to go ahead and with our small grit go ahead and sand it. I'm using the 140 grit because I really don't want to shape it too much. I really just kind of want to shine it up. little bit of stonework, and she could be sharp. Question is, I don't know how long she would stay sharp. The handle could be a little bit longer. Now, see, the great thing about doing it this way is the handle, you could always just break the pins or break the rivets and put a whole new handle on her, which I might go ahead and do because she's nice. I mean, handle could be a little bit longer for a chopper, but for like a Skinner or a fine work knife, handle's just about perfect. But the blade is, as I said before, very, very bad. But for like a Ren Fair or a reenactment type of knife that my wife would probably use it for, it works. But yeah, but that's that. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit of poly on the handle, polyurethane, and finish her up. Yeah, the rivets are nice and tight, nice and peened in the end. Handle's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. But yeah, so that's that. I gotta figure out how to make a sheath for her. Probably just do a little leather sheath, nothing too fun and exciting. But anyway, thanks for watching. Jadis Joe. Usually does video games, and once in a while does go out into the real world and do some manly stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching, and as always, have fun and be safe, especially when working with power tools. Watcha! Hello everybody, once again, Jadis Joe here again, and why is this not zoomed out all the way? No, out, keep going. Guess that's so far as it goes. But anyway, it's just Jadis Joe, and once again, we'll get some more light down in the basement, because that's where we had to go to finish the knife. Jadis Joe here, finishing up the knife. I wanted to show you a few things that I did to it, just to improve it. So let's go to the knife. So anyway, there's a knife for you. We'll move it that way a little bit so it doesn't get the glare. So actually, what happened is I went back out to the grinder and I went to take this off because there was probably a 1/2 inch nub there that really made the knife uncomfortable in the hand. And when I was doing that, I actually got it caught in the grinder, which took that big chunk out of the handle. So I was like, crap, what to do now? So I then took the grinder to the handle itself and kind of gave it that funky chopped at design, which actually makes it feel quite nice in the hand. I also decided to take a little bit off the blade here just so I could get my hand around it, or my wife could get her hand around it a little better. And then I went and I also sharpened it on the grinder and on the sander, and then took it to the stone and got her nice and sharp again. So yeah, the way she's at now, let me get my good hand. The way she's at now, that little recess right there, does allow me to actually get a proper grip on the knife, the handle, and gives it that perfect length. And not only that, but since I did kind of smooth this part out a little bit, give a little thumb recess there, it is much nicer. Now the handle, also went ahead and stained the handle a nice American oak finish, and we're going to put some poly on it as soon as that's nice and dry. So yeah, I think the little cut I made, or the little recess I made here and taking that nub off the top, definitely gave it a better streamlined look to it. It's not professionally done, but it does cut. I'm going to try to cut some potatoes with it later. Maybe try to see how it does against some pork or something like that. But I figured that would be a nice little kitchen knife for my wife, and hell, even if she doesn't use it, I'll go ahead and use it, because it's actually a pretty nifty little kitchen knife. I wouldn't trust my life on it if I was out in the wilderness. It's just too bendy, but as far as a kitchen knife goes, it's going to be wonderful. Now, I am still going to try to do a little etching along that spine right there. But that's pretty much the update of the knife. So, I personally enjoyed making this knife, and I hope you enjoyed watching me. And maybe around Christmas we'll try to go ahead and get a reaction video to her opening it. And get the, oh, wow, isn't that nice sort of reaction from her. But anyway, I'm Jadis Joe. Once again, thanks for watching. If you like the videos, hit like down beneath. If you want to subscribe to see this and more video gaming, because I do a little bit of everything here and there, please subscribe. But as always, and more importantly, always have fun and be safe. Hello, I'm Jadis Joe. Once again, we are not playing a video game today, but we are testing out the new knife I made for my beautiful wife for Christmas. So we're going to try to cut an apple. We just cut some green onions and it sliced and diced right through it. So let's go to the apple. Are you on the apple? You're on the apple. So we're just going to make a nice little cut just to make sure it works, and it does. Woo! Slices, dices, make juliennes, fries. Woo! Now we're going to turn it sideways and go through the core. Goes through the core like never before. It even cuts through the seeds. Look at that. So I guess you can make a functional kitchen knife out of a shovel. I didn't use one of your shovels, by the way, Mom. It was one that I requisitioned from the Brells. But yeah, nice and thin. Sit there. Chickens can get this later. You need to slice. You can slice it all nice and thin if you get the... Come on, get the apple. There it goes. There we go. Mmm. So much better when it's cut with a knife you made. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Sorry about the poorness of the video of me making it. But as always, have fun and be safe. Okay, you can stop.